And we got bananas in chat. That means that we're live on twitch.tv/Asumo, where we are playing on the Hermitcraft server. And if you're watching on the second channel and it's uploaded in time, which it might not be, and if you're watching right now, on Monday, the 31st, okay, time 50 minutes from now, on that day, I'm going to be playing Twitch Rivals. I'd say I was invited. I wasn't actually invited to play Twitch Rivals. I was informed that I am playing Twitch Rivals. Not going to complain. Lots of people have been telling me about it, saying, am I going to play it? And I was intrigued, and I thought, yeah, okay, I'll play. Fascinating. What are we doing today? What are we doing? I hope I've got my stuff over at the L13 area. Oh, there's going to be spoilers. Do you know what? Stuff gets spoiled all the time, right? Stuff gets spoiled all the time. See, immediately, just spoiled. Just like that. Just ruined it. You know? It looks worse because you saw it before it was in a video. Oh, that joke's getting old. The Night Without Stars is here for 4 months. Ninja Star. Daxono's here for 4. Orion, Kitsune, and Paul Mercer with the Prime subscriptions. Thank you for your tremendous support, peeps. It's appreciate. WTF is Twitch Rivals, says Gnome. Twitch Rivals is something that'll blow up your computer if you Google it, so don't Google it, okay? How many times do I have to tell you people, if you want to know something and you try and Google it, it'll blow up your computer. Hey, Asuma got a Stride Sumo head, or one for sale. Yeah, I haven't actually farmed any Strider heads or anything like that, have I? Okay, look, my materials are over here. We can continue. And the sun has come out to shine into the room. Which is actually not what I want right about now. Okay, so we're gonna crack on with this like last time, if you saw the last Hermitcraft stream. That being said, I don't have many nether bricks because we ran out. So ye old fly back and forth time, isn't it? Let's just fly. Let's just. Oh, we're so productive today, you know. I flew over there, flew back again, didn't place any blocks. Brilliant. Lots of spoilers, all of that. All of that. Pingu says hot weather. Not really, but the sun's coming out, and I've timed my eating today so that I can go for a run after this stream, and I'm looking forward to it. I've been really enjoying the evening runs and. You know, summer's dying fast, as that Cradle of Filth song says. Don't know why it says that, but that's what it says. So, yeah, gonna make the most of it while I can. Right, land over here. Pick up nether bricks. You know, maybe make some more nether bricks. Why not? Nothing wrong with that, is there? I think not. Okay, and one last set of nether bricks. And, you know, maximal nether bricks. I'm also going to need some more rockets by the looks of it. Hey, shiny fella hanging out on the side of the building. Zed and Tango are alive and they need a head. Well, I mean, they're not going to need my XP, am I? I didn't really feel like dying today. Where are they then? Who can tell me where they are? Decked out. Decked out. Okay, got ya. Well, I'll probably need that to put my things in. Actually, I might need 2 now that we're carrying all of this. Let's get a second one. And I got a bed, so... Off we go then. Just immediate distractions. Productivity at an all-time low. Disturbed Puppy's here for 3 months. Alex Asso with the Prime and Wikitalifo. Thank you ever so much for your support, peeps. It is appreciate. I'm waiting for a new Tango episode, says Taubar. Well, I have no idea when Tango will get his next one out. My next one might be Friday. You know, it's weird because although it's not September yet, I'm going to take, you know, a bit of relaxation time in September. I thought you know, I'm just going to play and not think about when stuff gets done. And now I'm looking like at my episode and thinking, oh, you know, it might be ready in time for the weekend. Oh dear. What's happening over there? Oh, where's decked out? It's sort of below us. Also, orange beacon. You know, orange beacon of beaconness. I know how to get to decked out. There's a hole that leads me to decked out. We'll go check out the orange beacon later. Right, so where are these hermits that want to kill me, alright? I don't see any name tags. I see a name tag. Come on, fellas. Notice me. Notice me. Why are they wearing diamond? Here we go then. It's not night time, so I can't set my spawn. Look at them! Look at them with their swords standing all there menacingly. I'm just going to stand here doing this, you know. Oh wait, yeah, that's it, yeah. Now, they introduced so many great mechanics that you just forget about it. Well, fellas, you know, this is how hermits treat one another, okay? Oh, we're all friends. We're all friends here. Oh, we're all friends on Hermitcraft. We're all friends. It dropped a bee's head! What? What? That looked like an actual bee. What is going on? Zedaf is a bee. And there is my thumbnail. What is going on? What on earth is that about? How do I still have like a large score? I haven't done anything in between. I did not see what I dropped that time. Another one! What? This doesn't make any sense. X, by the way, title's wrong. Is it? Title shouldn't be wrong. No, still a B. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. While I let them kill me and experiment on me, I'm gonna go see what's up with the stream stuff. According to me, the title of the stream is Hermitcraft L13. So, not sure why some people are telling me it's wrong. That is what I set it to. Also, 2,000 peeps tuned in. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you coming by today. Be sure to hit the follow button. Soundwave Hope is here, gifting a sub to Satanistic Angel. I appreciate the both of y'all. Fantastic fan art, by the way. Nice to see you supporting one another. Cap the Dragon for 27 months. We got Darren Daz 88 for free. We got C Beats Weed gifting a sub to Yamic Plays. Thank you so much for a gifted sub and supporting our community. Oh, I don't even care. Actually, I need to farm some more gold soon, so I'll have that all back in no time. Alright, well. Productive start, I guess, you know. Died for no reason at all. Didn't even get a bee's heads out of it. Also, oh look, the orange one is part of this. So this is how I get out of here, okay? Watch these pro skills, right? Definitely not going to die doing this. Oh, I might die. Okay, I didn't. That was good. That was actual pro skills. Okay. Calm and collected I was. Totally calm and collected. And now I've got 0 levels. We got Dravitis here with a donation saying you guys are currently looking for any new recruits for Hermitcraft. Would love to see Jassassin return or Wattles or Pearlescent Moon join. Have a nice stream. Well, as you'll hear me say time and time again, we're not recruiting, and suggesting people is somewhat futile. But, you know, Jassassin is a hermit. Just going to point that out. He's a hermit, you know. He's one of the group already. So consider that good news if you're a Jassassin fan. Also, geez, a couple of sub bombs coming in. Whoa! Knocking those noises in my ear off my screen. I've got to go scroll about to read the last ones. Thank you again, Dravtis. Appreciate the donation. We've got Vegemite free with the cheers and the bits saying, hey X, love the videos and the stream. Keep it up. Question, I know you're a fan of classic hip hop and a music head in general. Any thoughts on Nas? Oh, the thoughts on Nas. I mean, I was listening to Nas's new record today. Best rapper alive. Best rapper alive. I mean, maybe, you know, rap changes over time, so maybe not the most impressive rapper around today in terms of what's new and fresh, but in terms of just heavyweight records, just one after the other, never really falling off. Oh, there's mobs everywhere now, isn't there? You know, his first string of records, like the first 6 or 7, are just all really, really great. How do you spell the rapper's name? Nas Nas, aka Nasty Nas, who's a rebel to America. Yeah, like just, you know, poetry rap on Illmatic, right? That Illmatic is probably, you're gonna say what's the best hip hop record? Probably has to be Illmatic. And when I discovered that record, I became utterly obsessed with it. I was already like really into hip hop, and when I found that record, it was just like, oh, next level, next level. Thank you for the cheers and bits, by the way. No, how do I say this? Genius, but spelt differently. He's here for 3 months. We've got Real or OCD with a subscription. XP Crafted, the one and only, gifting subs to Stipil, Nina Simmons, 2004, Silver Hunter 167, Army Jelly, a book 945. Thank you so much, XP. Appreciate you supporting our community over here with those gifted subs. Let's grab the materials that we were using to do the building and stuff. We got Jack Pride subscribing. Thank you so much, Jack. Appreciate it. X, what is your favourite song from Logic? Says DP Plays. I don't have a favourite, because the way I consume music these days is so much more structured that, like, I kind of get through Logic's albums without like sticking on one and getting obsessed with it, like I did with Illmatic. You know, when I heard that, you know, I ended up listening to it like well over 100 times. And probably another 100 since then. But like, these days it's like, I like Logic, great music, great rapper. But I kind of like got through all his albums, listening to them like, you know, 10 to 15 times each, and then like moving on to the next. So I don't really know all of it by like song name and stuff, but some of there's like standout tracks. Pretty much every record has like a standout track. But one of the standout things he does is remix like classic hip hop, either through lyrics or through beats, and those are usually the tracks that really perk my interest. You could argue that he's recycling, but like, that's what hip hop's all about. That's all hip hop's like ever been, really. And when he does it, it's terrific. And his newest record had a little bit of that. It had some like Outcast hooks and bits from like Tribe Called Quest, and, you know, just kind of like reviving some old beats or taking some little bits out of them. And I love it when he does that, and I like it when he goes into a flow that's, you know, re-lyricking some classic flow from the 90s or something. He does it really well. It's really tasteful. So I love those songs a lot. Like Dead Presidents, I think, is one of his like remixy type ones. Okay, we got Seb Eats Weed, gifting subs to Darth Exander, Pradi Nazov, Gingy73, Leonade M54, And Silver Varg, thank you so much for gifting the subs and supporting the community. It's appreciated. I like Logic and he has my respect. I just don't really like his music. It gets kind of boring after a while, says Icepick. Well, he has a lot of it. That's one thing I'll say. He's put out so much between his albums and his mixtapes that, like, for me, listening to like album after album, it did get a bit tiresome if you listen to it all in one chunk, you know? But it's the same with anything. I really do think you have musical fatigue. Okay, like even some of my all-time favourite records, if I did nothing but listening to them over and over again, you know, the charm wears off a little bit. Then you need some like break from that, and then you hear it after you haven't heard it in a long time. It sounds fantastic again. There is definitely like some sort of burnout currency or whatever you want to call it with music. It's not just free sailing forever, I think. Okay, so we got the first big chunk of this kind of done. I don't know why I don't have slabs across this bit here. That should definitely have slabs. I've also kind of run out of slabs, so we'll go make some more. I can listen to some songs non-stop and still discover new things about it, says Taobar. Yeah, that happens. That happens. You know, not all music is like that, but a lot of it is certainly has depth that you can enjoy quite a lot. I feel like that about a lot of music, really. But it tends to be the stuff that is genuinely better that you discover more about, but it's probably because you're interested in it, right? Like if you listen to some songs from, you know, way back when on that record that was kind of alright but nothing too special, then you probably would find new stuff, but you're not that interested, right? You're not. It's like a mediocre record, and you didn't listen to it that much. Of course there's going to be new stuff to pick up on, but it's just not going to be that interesting to you, I think. Okay, I kind of need a spot here. And then we've got to get up here and just bring this down. Put in a little bit of stair action. Do you know what? Why not have it go that way? Why not? Okay, now that's actually properly finished, I feel like. Woo! Down we go. Okay, back to the noises. We got Jasper Snyder here for 3 months, saying, yeah, I'm back. Welcome back, dude. Official Jaden's gifted a sub to Poggy Woggish. Thank you for gifting the sub, dude. Lady Fanner is here for 3 months. We got Webberwoo 32 with the Prime. Official Jaden gifting 2 subs to HG Nep and TRSR 5424. Thank you again for the gifted subs. Lady Fanner is here as well, gifting subs to Iron-Eyed End, Poop Face McButtpants, one of my favourite usernames right there, Guy Iomi, Do Re Mi Lo, and Wavesight. Thank you, lady, for gifting the subs. Appreciate it. Pesto Man has subscribed, and Yamix Plays is gifting a sub to Gnome Dooch. Appreciate it. We also got Vegemite here with more cheers and bits, saying glad to hear you're not sleeping on the goat. Even more respect to you. X, love the hip hop talk. It's really cool to see the Hermit's music taste through Beef's albums. Oh yeah. I know what you mean by that now. Yes. I thought you meant like beef, like hip hop beef. It's like music beef. Gotcha. Thank you so much for the cheers and bits. Peeps, I've got a hot cup of tea here. It needs drinking. Delicious. Delicious. That's good tea right there. That's good tea. Hi Ho Jimbo is here for 2 months, saying, I've been lurking for a while. I'm glad I now have Prime. Awesome, dude. Thank you for using your Prime on me. I appreciate it. We also got Beck 800 for 2 months. Arnie Arnie 2 for 16. I'm butchering that name. Matthew 7 subscribing. Sumin Shizen gifting a sub to Benny SB. Thank you so much for supporting the community, dude. And 00HPY with the 43 months, saying, the heads showing the wrong skin is a bug specifically fixed in 1.16.2. Enjoying your streams as always, even though I'm a quiet member of the community most of the time. Well, I appreciate you watching, dude, even if you're not commenting and all that. I'm glad you're here, hanging out with us. And yeah, you're right, that one is actually fixed, isn't it, in the next update? Which we're kind of ready to upgrade, actually. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, though. Just not sure when to do it. The new enchanted armor is so trippy. I like it. It's definitely a bit much. I think it'd be cool if it could be a bit slower, but maybe just not as bright, and then I think it would be kind of like perfected. CMOEWS is here subscribing. Thank you ever so much, dude. Appreciate it. Right. Right, where are we at? Let's step back. Let's check it out. So we've got our first gap sorted out. We're going to put in our second one now, which is going to be quite narrow, actually. This one's going to not be as big by the looks of it. You should try Iskal's Treasure Island, says Hermitcraft. Well, I watched Impulse do it. And by the way, I got to say this, okay? I got to say this, but like, if I were to play the game, I would not be like mining blocks like this, because you're like mining ones like that right there. If you break this block, I can guarantee you ain't getting treasure, because you can see every block it's already connected to. So that would be like a waste. I think the way I would play it is I would dig straight down like this, and then I would probably not go for that one. I'd go for this one here. Okay, then I would go for this one. And then over here. So every block that you mine, look how many blocks you expose, okay? If I start digging here, with this one, I learn about 0 new blocks, okay? With this one, I learn about 3. Whereas, for example, this one, I would learn about 5 new blocks, and then I would learn about another 5, right? That's just like I couldn't help but notice when I was watching Impulse do it. Was just, he wasn't thinking about what blocks to dig away. And if you give it some thought, you can get a fair bit more out of it, right? Anyway, it kind of looks very expensive, and the rewards look like they're not very much in return, so I don't think I'm going to bother. Which version is Hermitcraft currently on? It's on 1.16.1. And we're ready. Well, I say we're ready. I've been waiting on 1.16.2 for a while now, and it's out. So I'll do it soon. I just kind of wasn't prepared for it. I just, all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's ready, and then I'm like, oh, when am I going to be able to do it then? You got to make time to do updates proper and backups and prune the world and do all that smart stuff, you know. Info says the rewards are very good if you play smart. I think it's semi-profitable. I don't know. Like, I watched this gal's video. There's not a lot of prizes and a lot of land, and it's very expensive. It's just, you know, I'll play a game for the fun of it, but it kind of looks like you're just throwing diamonds at it. So, you know, that's just my interpretation of it. It doesn't mean it's actually that difficult, but it felt like it to me. Okay, so I've actually gone one higher than I was supposed to here. And now that I think about it, this is going to be a very narrow gap, but that's fine. That's all just part of the game, isn't it? Whoopsie doopsie. I did an oopsie. What are you building, says Holland Mouse. We're building our mini game. It's just a grindy old build is the thing. Like, it's going to take a long time. Wow, why is everything cracked? There we go. It's going to take a long time to do all this. So that's why we're doing some of it on stream. Just get the grindy stuff out of the way. But to be fair, it's going to all be grindy because it's so massive. But who knows, you know, once you get closer to it being done, sometimes you get like a spur of inspiration, and that drive to finish things kind of kicks in, right? He sats, it's a minigrams, says VS Nick. Minigame, it's a minigame. I mean, yeah, okay, I think I get your point. It's more of an epic game, I think is what you were trying to say. Tango won treasure, did he now? Oh, okay. Well, I'll watch Tango's video, see what the strategy is, maybe emulate it. Have you visited Etho's new shops as info? I haven't. I want to, but I just haven't gotten around to that yet in my latest episode that I'm recording. I do something really fun with maps. I never do anything with maps, but something about interacting with maps in this game and seeing things from a different perspective is really inspiring. And so I'm having a bit of fun with that at the moment. Okay, what about those noises in the ear? We got Zio Zen 3, which is a bit saying, I know this was a bit out of nowhere, but I've always wondered, what would you do if you found out a hermit was cheating / hacking? We would have to talk about it and figure out what's going on, you know, just deal with it one step at a time. Don't jump to any conclusions. Talk things out and hear what people have to say, but, you know, we've never had that problem. And actually, you know, I'm not sure if I've told the story before, and I think I have because it was so long ago and it just so doesn't matter anymore, but I'll tell it now because I'm pretty sure it's fine to say this. We once had a hermit on the server who's no longer part of the group and was actually never very interested in being a part of it anyway. I think they didn't know what they were being invited to, and when they joined they didn't really care much for what we were doing. It just sort of happened and we ran into some problems. So we're all playing survival, and this person doesn't realise that that's, you know, what we're about, playing survival. This was season 1, so a very long time ago. And, you know, we found out that they were playing in creative mode, and we're like, look, that's not what we do here. It's like kind of important that we don't play in creative mode, right? And so they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it, and I won't do that again. But they did do it again. And then it was like, then they just stopped playing, so it kind of sorted itself out. But yeah, they didn't really understand what we were or what we were doing. Kind of feel like we're gonna need like some torches up here at this level. Thank you for the cheers and bits. We've got Challenge the Sensei here for 4 months. Could you tell us about your base plans before you decided on the jungle? Yeah, sure. Thank you for 4 months of support, by the way. My base plans before I switched to the jungle were to play BOO style, okay? I really just wanted to focus on, like, spending a lot of time on small details. Try and build things from the small upwards, right? But then I became a little bit nervous about that because I didn't know how that was going to play out. I didn't know how that would shape my episodes or what I would be showing you I was doing. And because of that, I kind of then thought, actually, I think I'm going to play it safe and do what I know how to do. So I kind of pivoted to this idea, another one that I had seen of, like, you know, buildings, like, you know, futuristic buildings look really great in the jungle in this green setting. And so then this idea started to form of, like, harmony, where, like, the bright greenness of it sort of says, like, nature's flourishing, and it gives you a feeling of, like, technology that works, technology that doesn't destroy the planet. And so I wanted what I built to look really futuristic and clean, and it kind of does. It also looks very toyish as well, so it's ended up being very distinct, which is what I like about it. I like the jungle as the background, says Tim. Yeah, that's it really. It's like a background, right? So if you want to complement your futuristic looking towers that are harmonious with nature in all of their technology and advanced gizmos or whatever, like the fact that the jungle's there all green and bright, it just looks really cool. It just works. Okay, let's go a little bit higher, and from here we'll put in those slabs. Yeah, they're right, aren't they? They're the best they can be, which is what we need. Bam, bam. There we go. And then we take away some of these, some of those. I just had an interesting thought. Nah, it's not that interesting. I'll show you what I was thinking. Like, when you break scaffolding, you can do this and take damage. Okay, or you can do this, right? You can and not take damage. But equally, you can sort of get an angle where you come down a little bit quicker but you don't take damage. I was just thinking, Can you make a mini game out of that? Like some sort of try not to take damage, but probably not. Alright, we're getting somewhere now. We are definitely getting somewhere. We are definitely getting somewhere. So now, the next big opening is going to be... I think we should just go for as big as we can there. This one will just be straight up, and then I might not actually put one at the end, I think. Will this be like Cub's new game, says Poopy Carrots. You know, I watched Cub Fan and his episodes, but when I watch Hermits, I tend to flick through a bit because I'm just trying to get the gist. And I thought I understood his game, but it's actually... I don't know, is it similar to this or not? Like, a lot of people are giving me the impression that this is actually really similar to what Cub's doing, and if that's so, it's fine. His is like laid out differently, and obviously, if there's similarities, it's not the worst thing ever. You know, games can be similar to one another. I didn't get that impression at first, but now lots of people are telling me that, oh, actually, they're really similar, which is fine. Which is fine. I don't mind that at all. Okay, we got noises in the ear. We've got to keep up with them. We got Bugman CX for 48 months. Shh, I'm actually watching Tango and ZF, sorry. But I came in to do my sub streak. Bugman, how could you do this to me? Watching another Hermit. Oh, you're breaking my heart. That's awesome, dude. Watch what you want to watch, man. I appreciate you coming in to do the sub. Thank you. Anna Banana is here gifting a sub to the Intense Banana for 3 months. Thank you again. It's Anna Banana, appreciate it. We also got Crashbot29 gifting subs to Valetian and Astro_Naught. Thank you, Crashbot, for gifting the subs. Appreciate you supporting our community. BK Pag Guy says they aren't that much alike. Yes, and if they're not that much alike, mine isn't finished yet as well, is another thing I'll point out. Mine has a way to go. And the cool thing about my game is that if it doesn't really work out too well, we can tear down the arena and try again. And actually, at some point in the season, I want to tear it down and get someone else to make an arena. And that person is Efo. Because Efo's played a lot of these sorts of games. This is kind of like Race for War, if anyone remembers that. That's like a thing that I kind of realised into making this. I'm like, oh, it's kind of similar to Race to War. It's going to have a similar feeling. And I know Efo knows that game, and obviously he knows PvP games really well. So having another Hermit come in and... you know, resurrecting or giving this game fresh legs, however you want to look at it, could be really cool. And so I'm hoping this one will be a well-played game, like, you know, Standoff's being played really well. I'm watching the other Hermits play it in their videos and they're enjoying it, and I hope y'all are enjoying it and it's making good content, because one of the things you want to do when you make a mini game in Minecraft is to like, just extend the novelty a little bit, you know? You're not expecting this to be the new big thing or anything, but it would be nice to just see your game, you know, past the novelty factor. And I feel like I'm actually putting these in the wrong spot. I've just realised. I feel like our game has passed the novelty factor when watching other people play it. It's genuinely fun and interesting to see the strategies, and people are playing it in different ways. It's really cool. Anyway, that was quite a big waffle. Nup1510 cheers and bits. Thank you so much, dude. No message with that one, but I appreciate your support. Let's check chat. X, will there be a non-Nether themed gaming district, says Max the Pig. I don't think so. I think this will be it for the season, you know. One thing that's important when we play together as a group and we do things like this is to, you know, not spread ourselves out too much, because then you end up with a bunch of like big ideas, because we always aim big, right? What we do here in this group, and you want people to take up what's there, so it's important to take up this district. And I think if it fills out really quickly, then yeah, we could probably go make something else somewhere, but for now, like, all effort should be focused on this thing, I believe. I believe. Let's see if someone else can sleep, because we've got mobs over here already, apparently. What is the plan for the big empty bits between the targets, says Bakan. Oh, it's for players to be able to shoot at each other on the other side. So I want there to be some like strategy and teamwork, and, you know, being able to fool the other team and disrupt them and all that kind of stuff. Oh jeez, we got. They're all where I'm spawning. That's too many creepers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. I mean, I'm spotting like 8 creepers. I don't want all of the creepers. There's more here. Why am I be given all the creepers? Gee. This game is unfair. It's rigged. It's rigged against me, everyone. Evidence. That's what you've just seen. Evidence. Evidence of the rigging. Right, but now the creepers will stick around. The other ones will burn. The creepers will stay nearby, won't they? I won the creeper lottery. It certainly seems so. Looking at your Social Blade stats, it says you lost 30k followers in April. Is Social Blade dumb or am I? Says Foster Nicholson. No, what happened was we got hit with like a sub spam bot thing, right? So some botter out there for whatever reason decided to spam me with follows, and we gained like a crazy amount of follows. I didn't bother to send Twitch an email because I didn't think I'd get a response. Actually, no, did I? Do you know, I think I did actually. I think I sent out an email. Anyway, I didn't get a reply, you know. But eventually they corrected it and swapped it back. So like a few weeks later, they all got unsubbed, which is good. Because my numbers on Twitch are, as far as I know, completely natural. Same for YouTube, same for Twitter. Like, I've not ever used the whole botting thing that you can do to get numbers. It's all natural. Okay, let's put these here, I think. Go out by 2. I get a feeling I might run out of nether bricks again today. Like, this is a very big build right here. Okay, yeah, we got that just right, because then the wall's going to be here, isn't it? Okay, I am going to shift the conversation, peeps. I'm going to shift it. We're gonna push it in a different direction, right? I know some of you out there watching are fans of The Office. I'm a huge fan of The Office, and I hadn't seen it in ages. I don't know what stirred me to do it, but the other day I was just like, well, yesterday I was just like, I want to watch a classic episode of The Office, and I've seen that show inside out, every season except the last one, tons and tons of times, right? All that kind of stuff. Like, I'm a big fan. And I used to just watch it with my mates over and over again back in the day. Just over and over again. Always watching The Office. It was so funny. And I haven't seen some of those episodes in years now, and they are still just so fresh and funny. I was cracking up. American or UK? I'm talking about the American one at the moment, but I love both of them. Oh, it's such a funny show. Such a funny show. I love it. Ever you want to giggle, that's just such a great show. Free badges in a coat says, I haven't watched a single episode. That's kind of sad. Do yourself a favour, go watch some. If you watch the first season's kind of rocky, where they were clearly trying to emulate the British one and it wasn't going down too well, and then they got given like free reign to develop the show into, like, you know, what it would become, I guess. And it's such a great show. What is Twitch Rivals, says Dark Bandit. It's like a competition. It's like esports for Minecraft, right? I think Tango and Impulse and Jevin and, was it Cubfan? I think they won when they played together. False was like commentating on it. You know, I didn't really understand what it was, but now that I'm playing it, I was doing some research trying to figure it out. And essentially it's like bingo for advancements. And I'm not going to say too much more about it because I don't know what's been announced. Like, but it's happening on Monday and I'm in one of the teams, and I need to speak to my teammates actually and probably figure out what we should be saying or not. Like, pretty sure it's okay to say that I'm playing it at this point, but yeah, it's gonna be cool because I imagine, you know, Twitch want people to tune in and watch, so shouldn't be any harm in saying that I'm participating, right? Hey X, just got here. Loving how the L13 is coming along, says Rebs. Thank you, dude. Thank you. It's been so much more of a bigger project than I thought it would be. I will say that. So I haven't worked on it in between streams yet. Just want to knuckle down this like big grind, get it all finished in a stream, and then I feel like I'll have what I need to get this thing finished, you know. Okay, let's go over here. And then go over there. Right. Oh, just about. Hey, all those creepers are gone. That's awesome. Yeah, another section done. That's crazy big right there. Also, what's up with the distribution of those stairs? They're like evenly stacked on one another. It happens, I guess. Hey, it's really starting to look like something now, isn't it? Okay, we've got a noise in here. It's official. Jaden gifting a sub to Winged Tigeress YT. Thank you ever so much for the gifting of the sub, dude. Appreciate you doing that. GS Navy saying that the sound of the nether bricks is very satisfying. I've seen a few comments about that today. It is. It's got a really nice sound. The sound design really got stepped up recently, which is good. I was placing 2 blocks. I can't remember which 2 they were the other day, and I noticed that they sound like they're being placed in different environments. So when you have a sound, you can kind of treat it with soft reverbs and give it that kind of like ambiance that says a bit more about it. I can't remember what 2 they were, but it was so weird placing them like one then the other, because they sort of sounded like they were being placed in different environments, right? Like if let's say we put a ton of reverb on this, it's going to make it sound like you're placing it in a cave or a cavern. It was like that, and then this other thing that I was placing, it was just disconnected. It sounded really like soft and padded. Just a small observation when placing blocks down. You know, complimenting the sound design 1 minute and ruining it the next. Do you know why Doc got banned on Twitch, says Mark? Did Doc get banned on Twitch? That's the first thing I wonder, because I don't know, he hasn't streamed in a while, right? Are you making an assumption, or did he get banned on Twitch? I got chicken pasta bake tonight, says Darcy E. That sounds lovely. I've done all my eating this morning. Just every couple of hours I've been eating, because I'm getting it all out of the way and then going for a run later. And then I'll have something to eat after a run. Satanistic Angel says, did he really? I don't think so. I've not heard anything. And he hasn't been streaming, so if he got banned, it's just like, I don't know why people do that. Just make big, broad assumptions like that, but there you go. Okay, we got Expert Kibbles, 56 for 6 months. Thank you so much, and Sonin on Twitch for 19. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support, dude. I'm going to drink the last bit of tea. It's kind of cold. Stuff Thing says, I believe he's talking about Dr. Disrespect. Oh, right, that guy. I've tuned in to watch that guy, and I don't know what the appeal is. I think it's like a if you're into shooter games, right? Like maybe what he's doing is interesting, but I'm not really into streaming. Like, I stream, but I don't watch. You know? It's not really my thing. I'll watch some of the Hermit stream from time to time, but it's not really my culture. Anyway, I was kind of aware of that guy getting banned and all that drama going on around it, and it certainly sounded a bit odd, the nature of it, but I wouldn't know. I don't have a clue. All I could do is speculate, right? And that wouldn't be very helpful. Can you say yeet to the T? Says Gaming Grave. Well, I hope you're satisfied because I just said it. I hope you didn't miss that. X, have you watched Avengers Endgame? I have not. But I'll tell you what I did watch the other day. I hadn't watched it for ages. American History X. That movie is phenomenal. And You know, I had this weird thing for a long time about rewatching stuff, right? Like, I always want to consume and watch something new. And lately I've just been like, oh, do you know what? I'm just going to watch some classic movies from like the 90s or whatever. And Netflix has got loads of ones I really like. I watched The Green Mile, Schindler's List, and American History X has got to be one of my all-time favourite movies, up there with Dead Poets Society. It is such a powerful movie. And watching it again, I was like, oh, it's the captain, because Avery Brooks from Deep Space Nine is in it. And so is Kes from Voyager as well. So it's funny watching these movies that I loved when I was younger, and now noticing more actors and actresses, because, like, the vocabulary, that's like a strange word to use, but, you know, like, your knowledge of them is bigger. Anyway, I think American History X is like one of those movies that everyone should watch, because its message is so clear and powerful. And the movie is full of these like moments that just feel so almost quotable, but not. Like, it feels like every scene is incredibly relevant, and the dialogue just has this like punching effect where every now and then it just hits you with these moments of like just clarity for the characters in it, and it's so good. The actress who played Kes did not have a very good time in Life After Star Trek, says Disturbed Puppy. Oh, how so? I'm not sure what you meant by that, but maybe like her career didn't go too far. Do an Ed Norton week and maybe watch Fight Club and Death to Smoochie. I don't think I've seen Death to Smoochie. That's a good idea, because Edward Norton would be a favourite actor of mine for movies like Fight Club, right? And so many others of his. I should think of some favourite actors and actresses and then like look for gaps in their discography. Discography? Using a musical term there. And that's a good idea. Nina Simmons says, I watched Schindler's List, it's really good. It's very powerful. Very good movie. Hey X, is there a method to know how you're placing the blocks to get the ruined look? Oh, right. No method, just, you know, occasionally swap it up with a different shape, right? That's why I've just got a bunch of them ordered on my hotbar like this, and I just periodically throw down the different type. You do want to try and be a bit wild with it, not be too structured. Like, every now and then just be like, hey, I'm actually just going to fill in all of these blocks with the normal ones. And, you know, because you don't want it looking too routine, so to speak. So that's kind of like a little bit of a tip, I guess, for doing this stuff. Now, what we could do up here is kind of curve it into that space, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to go to the top and leave it at that. Okay, we got noises in the ear from Gun301 for 27 months saying loving the vibes of the builds this season. Glad you're enjoying it, dude. Vegistry's here for 22 months saying just started on LPMT2. Love the content. Happy I could catch the stream even though it's 3 AM. Yeah, Let's Play Minecraft Together 2 is my Patreon server, although I consider it more of like the community server, because well, a lot of you know me, being a creative type, I can be very like controlling over vision and wanting to put like my ideas into everything. And so when we started that, it was more so about me being on there and playing on it, and now I see it more as like the community server that I come along and like throw some ideas at and try and be helpful and whatnot. Anyway, it's, you know, it's a really cool community, and I've just been touring it recently. I like log on to use the creative server, but sometimes fly around, see what people are up to. I saw Spangleboo's base today, which was looking really fantastic, and I also got given a tour of this communal shopping area that they built in the Ends dimension, and it was just such a fantastic build. Like this big industrial setting with like cranes and movable objects in there, and just the way they come together to build big scale stuff is really fantastic. And the whole season is like unfolding as a story as well. Some of the players on there create storylines, and the technology of the server is linked to it. So like everyone has to do quests to unlock new features like resettable dimensions, and once we get all the basics out of the way, we're going to put in some more like custom stuff. It is super interesting what's being done over there. Yeah, so why did we start talking about that? I have no idea, but hey, I've just been on there a lot lately, right? It's got me all inspired and stuff. Hey X, when will you test the game, says BG Rado. Probably not for a while. It's probably going to be a long time before, like, probably will be quite some time to get this all built. I'm hoping the arena might not take as long as I think it might. Maybe I'll get some wind in my sails and just find a way to get it all put together. But it's it requires a lot of thought. Let's put one there, back on this side. Hey X, do you mind if I ask you a question? Says Sassy Birds. Oh, yeah, go right ahead and consider it answered. Consider it answered. Great question. Chat is for asking questions, peeps. Oh man, they're all over here, aren't they? They're all over here. Oh, they really are. They really are just all over here. Have you got a logo for the game? Says Robbie Green. I have, yeah. Randy Newman, 119 has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you so much, Randy. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, that's interesting. Because this needs to come out by one. Well, it just does that then, doesn't it? It just comes out by one. And apparently what I do is put slabs under it. I don't know why. But that's my rule. We've got something right there. Well, I think we're kind of ready to conclude this. What's going on here? I see. We moved it out by one, didn't we? So that's giving us a problem. And then, like that. So I don't want to fall down there. That would be bad. Oh, all the mobs are here. I forgot about that. Let's fly away and fly back. Hey X, what does your original skin look like? Says Crash In. You'll find out one day. You'll find out. Wooden Rails is here for 4 months saying, hey X, loving the videos and old streams I catch. Keep up the great work, buddy. Go Hermitcraft. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. Did I see a creeper on top of our redstone? Thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Okay, so next bit that needs filling in is around here. That's not the best place to put one of those, actually. Hey X, do you watch Rick and Morty? Says I got skills. Yes, I love Rick and Morty. Very funny. I must say though, less of the most recent season stuck in my mind. Okay, let's get a feel for this. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. This one though, we're going to fill in all the way, which makes me question. Well, actually, it's like that because of this here. Okay, yeah. So we're ready to just fill that in. I think basically. Let's go make sure we got all the stuff ready in our inventory. No offense, slow mode is overkill. Says Silsa Travels. Well, I like slow mode. It makes it easier for me to read chat and read messages like yours. I don't actually need more of those right now. That's probably what I need. Let's grab some more. You know, we are really tuned through this. I'm going to need another whole box. So I need to go get my hands on netherrack and smelt it all for this project. I'm telling you, he turns himself into a pickle. The funniest thing I've ever seen, says Dizzy Bop. Yeah, I loved Pickle Rick episode. That was just hilarious. I remember just, you know, like things sometimes grab you, right, when you're watching it. And I remember just the first time I saw that episode, it was like, oh, this is going in a great direction right now. This is going to be funny. X, have you watched any animated movies? Oh yeah, of course. Like, you know, just all the Disney movies and all that stuff growing up as a kid. Like, of course I've seen animated movies. I'll tell you what one I always loved, Fantasia. I loved Fantasia as a kid. And they made a second one and I never saw it actually. But Fantasia was always one of my favourite Disney ones. Did you watch BoJack Horseman as well, says TJ Average? Yeah, I lost interest in that one though. Like, when the lead characters are like very nihilistic or self-deprecating. You know, they've got that kind of like hopeless problem about them. Sometimes I can just find that like a bit of a turn-off. I'm more drawn to like characters that come up with like solutions to problems as opposed to ones that like indulge in their own inability. Have you seen the Ghibli movies? Says Red Sea. I tried watching one, but it didn't really work for me. But only one. I know they've made lots of great movies. I just tried one and didn't particularly like it. What do you think of Michael Scott as a character? Says Matt Taylor. Brilliant. You know, like the amazing thing about The Office is like the idea of what's going on inside of their minds. So many of the things that they say are like Freudian slips, you know, like they're saying one thing but they're sort of saying another without you realizing it, and that's because of the nature of the camera being on them. You know, they perform for the camera, but sometimes they say stuff that just gives away their real intentions. It's great. And I think what they do really good with Michael Scott compared to David Brent is David Brent, I think, for the most part, you laugh a bit more at him, and you kind of pity him as well. But with Michael Scott, you root for him and you genuinely like him, even though he's like a complete buffoon, basically. So I like the way the two characters were done different from one another. Ever considered quitting or taking a break from Hermitcraft, says Josh Grant. I took a break technically in January, right? But I've never taken a break from Hermitcraft as such. When I, you know, took a break from making content in that period, you know, I was always available to help out or, you know, keep an eye on the server, all that kind of stuff. Hakuna Matata is here for 2 months. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. Do you watch any of the James Bond movies, says Laxon? Yeah, being British, I think, is like just a natural qualification for seeing James Bond movies, or at least it seemed like it was when I was younger. Like, I've seen lots of them, and they're great. Fun movies, you know. I really love Christopher Nolan's films, and I am waiting for Tenet. Oh yeah, Christopher Nolan. Right, that's interesting. I don't know why, but I got the impression that Tenet wasn't very good or something. I saw some negative press around it, maybe, but I didn't know it was his movie. Like, because the last one he did was it was a World War II one with the aeroplane on the beach. Dunkirk, right? Dunkirk was the last one. Had to like backwards think it in my head to come up with a name. He didn't let his actors sit on chairs, lol, says Auni. Interesting. I'm not sitting on a chair. Although I've got my standing desk altered at the moment so I can actually sit on it, which I will do for Twitch Rivals. That's going to be 4 hours. So what I might do is stand for 2 and then sit for the other 2, but I'm not sure if I should really faff about adjusting that stuff like mid-game. Although I think it would be good for my performance, because I will get groggy sitting for too long, and I will probably get knackered standing for too long. So it's like get the mix. Hey, Prison Mike was one of the best. Yeah, Prison Mike's hilarious. Have you ever watched The Big Bang Theory or Friends, says Cactor. I've watched The Big Bang Theory and didn't find it funny. And Friends, you know, I used to love that show when I was a kid, but I think it's aged terribly in a way. Like, a lot of the social commentary is just a bit out of tune with things today. And I think it's easy to hate on that show, right? Especially with the whole laugh track. Like, there's loads of videos online about taking the laugh track out. It's easy to hate on it. I always think, you know, try and find what you enjoy and like. And I think it's a very likable show with lots of good and funny moments in, but it's just kind of dated. It just feels just a bit out of date. So you record standing up, says Gasmyco. Yeah, I'm standing right now. I use my standing desk all the time for the last month or 2. and I will continue to do into the future. However, I will have the option to sit, which I think I just need like an hour or two of sitting a day, and then I'll probably just be about right. It also helps you grind. Doing the grindy stuff in Minecraft is a little easier when you can sit down, because standing gets a little bit tiring. Okay, that right there is, you know, that's the arena. Well, that's the wall. That's not the arena. Let's go pick up these scaffoldings. Then we're going to go in search of netherrack, see if we can get any and smelt some more stuff. Thoughts on South Park? South Park is absolutely classic. Watched all of it pretty much over the years. You know, couldn't recommend it enough. South Park's brilliant. Incredible social commentary. I love how they can just be so slapstick, obscene. The way they use profanity, it just seems so childish and you know, on the surface just sort of insensitive, but it's actually always really well rooted with a message if you think it through. And so if you try and like critique it, it'll usually kind of backfire, because actually all of their episodes are really well underlined with a proper message or a proper point to be made. So I think that's fantastic about South Park, that they can do that. Might as well just take this with us, because we're going to be going out and about. Let's, by the way, anyone got spare netherrack? Someone online, you know, might just have chests of it lying around from doing some digging. And we got FX Riley 101 with the Prime. Thank you so much. Appreciate your subscription there. Did you ever go to university or did you plan on studying? Says that fish. I did not, and I have no plans to study anything. In a ways, what we do here on my channel is kind of great for me. Like, it's given me a real purpose in life, entertaining all y'all and being creative and getting the ideas out of my head into the Minecraft world. Because beyond that, I never have too much of a instinct for what to do other than music. Like, I could stop doing this and do music tomorrow. I can pick it all back up. I'd know where to start and go. It's like, it's never faded from me. It's like always there. But anything else, I've never been like drawn into. You know, I've got interests in maths and physics, and they're all fascinating, but never in a way where it's like, oh, I'd love to go study that. Like, doesn't feel the same. Alright, Zedaf's got some, but will we fly out of there just for a shulker box? You know, Zed might actually need that at some point. Judging by this, yeah, because we've not got a lot left. There might be some left over from where they cleared out netherrack. Well, do you know what? I cleared out a load and I never saved it because I didn't envision that I would need stupid amounts of nether brick one day. Which is always a possibility. But then again, it was never part of my build palette, so it's kind of not surprising, right? Oh, I love this song. Love this song. That is what I say every time it plays. Do you think of all the information available for free online that colleges/universities is really necessity for some careers, says Adam Arts? Well, I think I would be proof that you don't need to go to college to have a career in this particular field. You know, with topics like that, what I think is important is that you have like a perspective that's reinforced by some sort of statistical data. And statistical data can, you know, not be as truthful as you might think, but I think it's really obvious that there's potential in this space, and with the amount of people learning online, it's clear that it's a possibility and it's a thing that's happening already. But what would be better is probably a bigger understanding of that. Oh, Cub does as well. Oh, I was supposed to go drop this off in the smeltery first, right? Let's go to Cub first, because well, actually, Zedaf will just be on the left here, won't he? We'll go to Cub first, so maybe Zedaf can keep his shulker box. So yeah, what I think would be more useful is knowing, like, in which fields that type of education is actually being accepted and used, like, utilised. Oh, it's no longer up here, is it? Because I've listened to some podcasts about those sorts of topics. In fact, I think I listened to a podcast with the creator of a learning service called Udemy, or something like that. Oh, right, cool. Alright then, well, Zelaf is, I think, this way, so maybe we'll nip in there while we're out and about. I think that means Zelaf will be on the left somewhere. This whole thing is confusing. Where does this go? Dead end? I'd feel better if my surgeon went to a university and was tested as competent before they wield a scalpel, says Shambassam. Well, there you go. Great example, right? So, like, some types of education, we're going to be more comfortable with them in that environment. And other ones maybe are not so necessary, right? That's why I think, like, a broader look into what's happening in and around the area would be more interesting or beneficial, right? Udemy is like Skillshare, if you know what that is, says YOLO popped up. I know what Skillshare is, although the one that I use is... I'll tell you what, if we go to Beefs, we can fly from there. The one that I use is brilliant, and in September I'm going to try and set up this like morning schedule. I'm going to pivot things a little bit, right? What I usually do in the morning is go for a walk and then start working out, but I think I'm going to set aside time to meditate, to do yoga, because I've been slacking on that a bit, and then like maybe literally set aside 30 to 60 minutes to just do the little challenges on Brilliant. Like, I love doing some of their courses around logic and problem solving, and ZF has a really cool Nether hub thing, doesn't he? Right, and now we're at Impulses, which is kind of nearby, so we'll get there this way. So yeah, anyway, I kind of like, you know, if I'm going to take time off, I want to structure it properly. So if I put in like, you know, an hour to an hour and a half every day dedicated to those things, like, I'm going to get something back for that. But if I don't structure it, it will probably end up being wasted time. Alban Glup says, super proud of you for taking a break and doing what's important for you. Yeah, I appreciate everyone's support, by the way. There's a lot of understanding now around burnout for YouTube creators, and oh, as a distraction, eh? I'm not gonna get attacked by baby zombies over here. Yeah, there's a lot of understanding. However, I'm not in a bad position. You know, the times where do you know, I don't think I'm gonna take any of this because Zed's only got a few stacks actually, and I don't know if he's got another spot where he keeps it all. I feel like these slabs here, you could like reach back and interact with something, like the little gaps, but no. Let's go to our thing already. Man, I've been waffling so much. There's so much like support now for creator burnout and all of that. I'm not going through creator burnout. I had a bit of a weird mental thing recently where I felt like I wanted to play games or something. Like, it's such a weird relationship to have with games because I'm getting shot at. I am getting shot at. Can you hit me? Wait, can I zoom? Can you hit me, Zedaf? Is he going to land on my back? I felt like he was going to land on my back. Maybe I can land on his. Okay, I feel like I've gone in a straight line, but he's gone off. He's gone off. Okay. See, I have this weird relationship with games, really, where I think, for the most part, you know, I don't want to spend my time playing them that much, but because I do it for a job, it puts me in this mindset of, like, you know, like, games are fun. Games are fun for me when I'm playing them with all of y'all, and they're not so much when I play them by myself, so it's kind of like a lesson learned moment, and I just felt like I needed some relaxation time, and I couldn't do it with computer games. It was like I would get irritated and frustrated, right? Which is just not healthy. And that's a strange way to feel, but like, just picture it like, I don't know, like just imagine there's like an activity that you're not particularly keen on, and you seem to be forcing yourself to try and enjoy it. I was just doing that, and it was silly. And then it kind of clicked because I set aside this deliberate rest time, right? I'm like, okay, I've done a lot the last couple of weeks, and I just want to, I want to make sure I'm relaxing. You need relax time. And so I'm going to set aside this time to do nothing but play computer games, and I just didn't fancy playing anything, and it made me feel frustrated, right? But then I was like, okay, well, do you know what? I fancy go watching a movie. So I went and watched a movie, and I just realised, oh, it's like, it's the games. I'm just not interested in playing games. So I kind of thought I was like dealing with some weird sort of burnout or something, but I wasn't. I just don't really want to play other games at the moment, right? I mean, I fancy playing a bit of Infinite Factory and World of Goo, and so I'll do those on stream. And by the way, tomorrow we'll be streaming Minecraft Dungeons because the new DLC is out, and then next week we'll be streaming Tony Hawk's Pro Skater because that's coming out. So I don't know when we're going to pick up these other games, but I don't want to crowd myself. I want to continuously do Hermitcraft and make sure we're making progress with our mini games on here. So it might be now like a week or two before we actually start some of the other scheduled gaming that I've been talking about, right? I got game burnout for the last 2 months, picking up some of my favourites again right now, says Papa KC. Yeah, enjoy, like, follow whatever works. Like, if you're just not enjoying a game, don't worry about it. Like, move on. That's what I should have realised. I should have realised I don't actually want to play games, you know, like, I want to go watch a movie or something. So now my head's in a good spot. But anyway, I've had then already convinced myself I should take time off in September, but I got other reasons to take time off. So, I'm actually just going to stick with it. I'm like, hey, it's good to take time off, and I've done the grind for years on end. I'll just take it easy in September, right? Oh, Cub left. Oh, if Cub left, I'm going to leave the shulker boxes here for now. I was just about to ask him where he was so we could give him some more. Hey Suma, did you have a conventional work before being a content creator, says Seji. Yeah, I've had conventional work and jobs, right? Like, I didn't just start doing this. Okay, let's read some noises in the ear, because I've been waffling for ages. Autumn Meadow Schmidt is here with a donation saying, Hex, do you have any tips for falling asleep when you're having trouble? I couldn't fall asleep until about 4 AM, even though I was trying for a long time last night. Thank you for the donation, dude. I do have tips. First of all, if you head over to my website and go to the knowledge page, there will be a podcast linked with Matthew Walker, who is a sleep expert. And the podcast is like 2 hours, but it is just 2 hours of revelations. And like, I always knew sleep was important, but after I listened to that, I just made sure I was game on to get my sleep right every night. I aim to get 8 hours, and I feel like it's totally worth it. You're just so much more mentally on point and stimulated and full of energy throughout the day. When you get your sleep right, it really contributes to that. The big things for me is structure, sort of going to bed and getting up at roughly the same time. Your body falls into a rhythm with it. Before you go to bed, I think it's really important to wind down, get away from the screens for a while, get the lights down low, spend a bit of time in darkness. Best way to do that is probably to go for a walk. And that's the other thing, like a little bit of exercise before you go to bed can really just like put your body into that restful state after you've done the exercise. So like doing a bunch of press-ups or just going for a walk, just get your heart rate up a little bit and then get yourself to where you want to, just like lay down basically or sit down, and then just helps me nod off. Asuma, do you think I have an addiction if I play Minecraft 3 hours a day? My parents only let me play 1 hour a day but don't check that often, says Above All Be Cool. It's hard to say, really. Addiction is more about your personality and your relationship to something, and if you're struggling to be disconnected from it or have it interrupted, right? It's less about quantity, I guess, because I play Minecraft for 8 hours a day, but I'm not addicted to it. I can go on holiday and I don't, get the shakes or anything. Like, it's about your relationship with the thing. Is it interrupting? Is it controlling? Is it making you feel upset when you can't play Minecraft, right? That's when, you might want to think about what your relationship with the game is. if you have a form of addiction to it. The Tiger's Eye is here with the Amazon Prime subscription. We've got Official Nox subscribing. We've got Silent Storms 2020 with cheers and bits. And Official Nox here with 500 bits saying, do you support LGBTQ rights? I got asked this question literally the last time we streamed on Hermitcraft, and I can't remember what day it was. It was the weekend, I believe. So I'll be repeating myself here. I tend to not put my support behind a movement because I prefer to articulate myself so that like my point of view is fully understood. Because when you bring up something like LGBTQ+, that means different things to different people based on what they've heard. And we've all seen it. We've all gone online and seen something that we might believe is a good thing and other people see it differently, and you realize that it's because of the types of information that they're exposed to. So what I prefer to do is like articulate my stance on something so that you can see where I'm coming from, as opposed to if I just go, oh yeah, I support it, then someone out there who doesn't, you know, it's their picture of what they think that is that I then become. So for me, like, I totally support people being whoever they are, any form of identity or sexuality, whoever you are, and being authentically you, to me is never a problem. And of course, as we always say, unless it's doing harm to others, which none of this stuff does. And so I support people, you know, being who they are, and I think it comes from like a place of compassion and understanding, because, you know, we all have difficulties and challenges in lives, and bigotry stands in the way of some of those things for people. And so, you know, I support people who would, you know, probably put themselves into that group, right? But I prefer to just articulate it as that, because that group can just be something, whatever, to someone else. It's the same with anything, really, you know. Okay, what are we gonna do next? Like, we started smelting stuff. I just feel like I've hit a bit of a wall. I didn't open up my notes. Let me... Wait, what's that? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's some other notes. Let's see what else I put on the list. Just because I'm not sure if I'm ready to move into the arena phase. What else on here? Yeah, okay. I think I know what we're going to do. We're going to go work in the shopping area now. You know, you hit a point where you don't know how much to grind, and I'm not quite sure what's for the next step, so I need to think through what I'm doing next. We'll head over to the shopping district. I think many of you would like to see work on that, right, with the moon biome? And for everything I just said about having, like, my own point of view to articulate how I feel and stuff, that's just me. Like, I totally respect people that get involved in movements as well. I'm not someone who goes out there and like joins protests or demonstrations, marches. I just don't feel comfortable with that territory for myself. But like, I respect that other people do that and get involved with it in that way. Like, it's not a take like I'm saying my way is the right way or anything like that. I'm just saying this is how I approach these things, right? The moon area had me in tears when I saw it in Scar's stream. Lol, says official Jaden. Were those tears of amusement or tears of something else? Jeez. I hope they were good tears. Okay, small little thing we're going to do on our way over there. I should also just log in my camera account to leave this thing loaded for a while. Let's go do it. A tactical tickle, says Blastworm. Yeah, you did hear one of those. Absolutely. FW Games is here for 22 months saying, hi X, how's your day been? It's been great. It's been great. Yeah, just my day has been nothing but eating and recording and exercising, as always. Just like a machine, up and down the stairs. Let's launch the camera account. That's what I'm trying to do. Official Nox here with cheers a bit saying, okay, thank you so much. I'm not personally LGBTQ, but I strongly support their community. Also, how do you make such a good blaze rod farm? Oh, I haven't made one this season, but in general, it's all about applying the right design principles, right? And Nembomb's design principle is interesting because it tricks Blaze's AI into walking to a spot, so you don't really have to build too much in order to achieve what you want. Okay, I have just put my camera account there, so that's going to keep that loaded. Awesome. Sumo, what's the tower with the ball on top? Did I miss that? Says above all be cool. That is a spoiler tower. You will find out about that in the future. Fallen God, thank you for dropping a follow. If anyone else is enjoying what we're doing here and wants to leave a follow, you're more than welcome to. You are more than welcome to follow. That is not a problem. How do you become a moderator? Do you have to be subscribed? Says Thomas Wiggs. The first rule becoming a moderator is never asking. If you ask to be a moderator, that to me is a demonstration that you are seeking out power, which is a bit of a warning flag. To be fair, you could be probably a great candidate for being a moderator and ask. It's just one of those things. When people ask for power, it's usually not a good sign. So no one that I think I've made moderator has ever asked for it. It's always just been people that have been kind and helpful to one another, and I see that and I'm like, I want to empower you to be, you know, kind and helpful in an even better way because you've got moderator power and status and all that sort of stuff, right? Here's what we're going to do, peeps. We're going to experiment a little bit, just a little bit, by grabbing the correct materials. Okay, all of those. We're going to make some stones with buttons. I think what I want to do then is craft up a fair bit more of this stuff. Where are we at? That is not what I want. This stuff here. Over to this side. We got 4 cheers and bits coming in from Megogani. And no message with that one, but thank you ever so much. Appreciate it. A general everywhere is never asked for mod admin powers. Those are bestowed upon trusted individuals like X said, says Draco. Yeah, there you go. And the other thing is, if you go into a community thinking, I want to be moderator, you know, maybe, you know, you say and do the right things and you get that, but the wanting of the power is still like a bit of a problem. I think what you should look for is like authentic experiences. So when you go into somewhere like a community, the idea is like you're being yourself, and whatever happens is then an extension of that authenticity, right? So you know, instead of going into a community and thinking I want to be a mod, if you go into a community and be yourself, someone else in that community might go, you're great for this job, and it might not be anything you ever thought of, you know? Maybe you just make a bunch of doodles, and you know, you make doodles for people in the community, and then someone's like, you're great at that, I'm going to empower you to do it. You're official doodler, you know? So being authentically yourself is a good thing. I should probably get an axe down in this area so we can get rid of the mushrooms. Oh, hello! Dead. That was so cruel. That was so cruel. What I want to do is elevate the terrain here so that you can... Oh, that's just so brilliant, just floating Scarhead. So that if you build here, you can see it from further away. So I kind of need to engineer a platform, but then I realised that it's only really this spot here that you're ever going to see from afar. Oh, hello, in the sky. Wait! Must catch up. Going to catch up. I tagged Zedaf. I hit him. I swear I hit him. Zedaf. Yes! I got Zedaf. Oh, he got glowed. Zedaf got glowed. Some mid-air glowage. Oh, it's terrific. So yeah, here is a blatant spot for like the next shop or whatever. But maybe it would be better if we just built a platform rather than reshape the... I think that's the way to go. I think building a platform makes more sense than reshaping the terrain. So let's go grab an axe. By the way, I had a few people memeing on me saying like Scar spent all this time turning everything to grass, and then I go and turn it into moon. Well, you know, Scar was getting rid of the mycelium as opposed to putting grass everywhere, and if I had have known what was going to happen a little ahead of time, we could have saved Scar some time, that is for sure. But I did message Scar and say, hey, can I like turn this road thing into a biome as well? And he was like, yeah, go for it. So, you know, Scar's cool with it. And Scar was the main inspiration as well. Like, ever since he talked about Moonbase Alpha, I really, really wanted to do that project. I got rid of all of my shulker boxes, knowing I was going to come over, and I didn't do the other little thing. Oh, how do I get so distracted when I play this game? It is remarkable. I can't even remember why I put this down. It's probably to put those two away to give me a bit more space. That is ridiculous, right? That is just ridiculous that I missed those. Oh, jeez. I don't know what to say. Joel Kip is here for 58 months in a row. Thank you ever so much, dude. I appreciate your support. We also got AJ Madam Ski, or Madam Ski, here at the Prime, and Zoom Bale Mur for 3 months. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate your support, dude. The one oak tree. The one oak tree of the whole island. I forgot it was over this side, to be fair. Ah! Ever played Satisfactory, says Garth. Yes, we've played it on these live streams. What does L13 mean? Lucky 13 is what it means. But we have ceased work on the game for today. I was a bit surprised Scar didn't take these out himself, actually, when he went round the island. I imagine most people now that we're in this, like, transformative stage will be knocking some of these out themselves. Did you ever see the water flying machine that Il Mango made? Yeah, he sent me one, but it kind of relied on, like, tricky stuff, and, you know, I was trying to engineer my own flying machine, and I was just like, oh, yeah, they actually removed this. There's just, like, a sneaky way to still do it, but I'm just not going to bother. Oh, man, I feel like I'm, like, I just need a shulker box. I just need a shulker box. And these ones are kind of full, right? Oh, let's just... I can't believe I did this. Let's just go get some more rocket shulker boxes and do the little job I was supposed to do. We got cheers a bits from official Jaden saying, hey, Asumi, you silly derp. I meant happy tears, of course. I was speechless at your progress on the build in the area. It's just amazing. Just like all your other builds. Love them. Anyway, love these streams and been watching your old streams. Also, take a break in September if you really need it. Look after yourself. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoy the builds we do. Because, you know, I enjoy them too. And you know, when I say I'm taking a break in September, I'm just going to tone down the amount of time I spend doing what I do. I'm still going to be, you know, making Minecraft videos every day, just less time put into it. And I've already arranged to see some friends that I haven't seen in a long time. And I need to do more of that for this month. I need to make sure I, you know, keep on top of that. Okay. The mementos area. Oh! No! Get out of my mementos. Okay, so I feel like it's just naturally going to go over there. And then we got... I don't even know what this is, but I just found it. And I don't feel like I've even got a thing figured out here for that yet. The problem with doing all these little details is just... I just struggle with this kind of stuff, right? Like, I think maybe one of the other problems here is the interiors are kind of small. And when you make a building, right, there's the outside and there's the inside. So I find if you focus on one, it'll be alright. If you try and get both done together, it takes a lot of work. And so doing it in survival, you don't have that flexibility to just nudge things around like you do in creative mode. So you kind of have to get it right from the get-go, and it makes doing like little projects like we're doing right now just more difficult for me, I guess. Like, I want a place to put You're on the bottom side. I feel like it could look great there, like a book in a bookshelf, but I'm going to put it right there. So yeah, if I want to design like rooms here and make it all look super cool and stuff, I'm a certified scrub. Great, thanks, Cub. Yeah, I feel like when you're doing interiors and you're very restricted and limited, it's hard to get everything to fit together, and then to just put in odd things like that tell a story about what you've done on the season, it's really quite tricky. Apparently I never put yellow glass on that side, and I tell you what, I haven't really been collecting mementos for a while. Should put like an armor stand in there maybe to represent standoff. X, how about a moon jump boost beacon in your moon area? I'm thinking about it. Had many suggestions to do that, of course. Let's go put these in here. Need a little bit of space. And there's that shulker box that I should have already had with me. Now we can get work done. Let's grab another one as well. Didn't I have... Oh. Can anyone tell me why the derp level is so high today? Can anyone explain why the derp is so ridiculous right now? Can anyone even explain to poor old X why I've got to smash the derp button? I'm not going to press it until someone explains it to me, okay? Bunch of derp fiends out there, they think they're getting their dopamine rush, they don't understand. You can't get dopamine unless you understand why I derped. So someone's got to explain it to me. Look, no one can explain. No one can explain. Oh, well, if no one explains by the time I get to the root of the derp. Okay. Oh, spooky dokey! I thought I was going to get away with it. Oh, jeez. I totally thought I was getting away with the derp then. But Spooky Dokey knows why. Oh dear. Oh dear. The derp is real. You were in ZF space and it rubbed off. ZF isn't known as a derp, is he? Corrales is the original derp. This is why, because I brought 7 of them with me and forgot that they were here. When I looked inside that barrel, oh by the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jeez. When I looked inside that barrel, I was like, there should be more here. Oh yeah, I just took them all the way over there. Well done me. Immediately forgetting. So, you know, productivity levels. I'm amazed that we even broke a block today. I'm amazed that we placed some. You know, it's an achievement for all of derp kind that we have actually done something in this stream. It's an achievement, I tell you. Skull. Missing a block of mycelium. How could you? 1 block. Out of all the gazillions you could have missed, you missed one. Right, now this tree, I feel like, well, someone took a log out of it. I feel like it should stay there. It should just be the tree. Maybe I'll make a little, like, moon shrine. Like, the tree on the moon. Sounds like a pub. Sounds like a strange pub name. Satanistic Angel says, yes, dopamine, I feel so powerful. That's how Evil X levels up right there. Gets dopamine in the blood. I brought all of this space right here, by the way. I feel like I want to hold on to that, even though we're doing some renovations. So what we're going to do is flatten out this area. I've kind of realised that the moon means a great flattening needs to occur. Because that flat moon terrain. So we'll take advantage of that beacon. What happens down in these spaces, not so sure. And I kind of need it to be flat over here. So one of the things we might end up doing is extending the island a little bit, because there is some more non-spawnable space available in the water, believe it or not. So we can kind of expand it. Maybe flatten the terrain and make it a mini crater, says Drayan. It needs to mostly be flat because the moon's kind of flat with little craters in, right? I say the moon's flat. The moon's, you know, it's a sphere-like shape, isn't it? I think. Let's start the Flat Moon Society, you know. Okay? The moon is actually just a flat disc looking at us. That's what I believe. Okay? Forget facts. I'm going to use my feelings. And I feel like it's flat, okay? That's how I feel. Flat moon theory, exactly. Can I parkour? I can parkour! I just learned. Okay. Beautiful. These are the last blocks, really, aren't they? Bam. The last blocks. There we go. The moon has rivers, mountains, and seas. Just no water. Also craters. Says Iawu. Yeah, you know, it might be more cavernous or whatever than we actually think, but it's just that's the reputation of it, right? So that's what we're going to end up doing. I think over here I can kind of picture a path that's elevated, so we might actually just embrace the chaotic nature of the slope. Fasol says someone is in a really good mood today, I think. I thought you said moon for some reason. Jeez, what's that? I've got moon on the brain. And we got official Jaden gifting a sub to official Dirtbot. Thank you so much for gifting the sub to the Dirtbot. The Dirtbot, it got fed today. It got fed. Fed some fresh derps. I hadn't had some derps in a while, you know. Okay, right. I guess we can start placing some of this stuff down. The trick is to just place it, right? I think. And I'm going to end up transforming the land over here a little bit. Well, you in Z stream. Oh, that's aimed at someone else. Okay. Can the moon have a moon? Says Daniel Gamer. I think so, and I don't know if there's one in our solar system or one that we're ever observed or aware of, right? But it might be possible for a moon to have a moon, funny enough. Will there be clangers? Oh my goodness me, clangers. Avenel122 with the Prime and MoxV. Thank you ever so much for your subscription. Appreciate it. Appreciate it ever so much. Eat something, X. Yes, I'll eat. I got this weird apprehension for placing these blocks. I need to resist and just start placing a few, right? And then it will start to make sense. So here we go. Oh, it's done. Look, it looks like the moon. Oh, beautiful. Well done, X. Cheers. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I know it's a work of art right here. Anyone familiar with Lunarcraft? That sounds like a mod packer out about the moon right there. So little patches like that. Just going to try keeping this area mostly flat for now. And then we're going to put in some buttons. Okay, so these, I'm hoping these buttons will like really add something. Probably gonna need a few features here and there, right? Let's embrace this terrain, this little bit of slope over here. And by embrace it, what I mean is build on top of it. Dude, there was some like weird chunky stuff going on. Just over there on my screen a second ago. It's gone now. So, like that, it kind of goes up a little bit. I mean, I feel like it'll work. It kind of looks alright the more you extend it out. So now what we need is a shovel, basically. And we got a noise in here from Pone Val for 10 months. Pone, thank you ever so much. Appreciate your support. Dead coral, says Moisty Thighs. I thought about that. It's too texture intense, I think. Just too much texture coming out of it. Let's grab the shovel and destroy some blocks. Oh! Secret water hidden under the ground. Trying to convert my powder into concrete. I see what it's doing. I know what this is all about. Okay, let's fill this thing in now that we've got some blocks to fill it in with. You know that your wing is yellow, says Handmask. My wing is yellow? I did not know that. Do you know, I don't actually have any reason to fill this in other than at this level, so rather than fill the whole thing in, let's just do that. Arr, me mateys, says Rendog. Says Ren the Diggity Dog. By the way, we almost got 3,000 peeps tuning in today. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit the follow button, and on Monday I will be playing in Twitch Rivals. So yeah, bookmark that. It would be about an hour and 50 minutes ago from now, I believe. 50 minutes ago from this point in time would be the starting time on a Monday. So put that in your calendar, okay? Y'all watching and thinking, X, we don't use calendars. We're not old school. What's a pen and paper for anyway? I'll just put it on my smartphone. Assuming you missed the opportunity to put a crater in that puddle, says all of the squids. There'll be natural craters like this one over here that will sort of emerge from the landscape, I believe. Let's get a bit more of this done. More so, actually, where it kind of comes up here, I think, is what I want to focus on. Oh, a little bit more, please. And that, my friends, is a fair bit of this stuff done for today, I think. Good old chunk of that. Throw down a few more moon rocks, and I think it'll work. It just needs features to break it up, right? Like at the moment, it is just a bit minimal and square, where I've sort of filled it in as such. But it's gonna work. We're gonna make it work, I think. Yeah, this will end up working, I'm pretty sure. And we're going to keep it nice and flat across this area. So there'll be lots of space for other hermits to come build, or it can just be like, you know, the moon area where there's not much going on. It can be whatever we need it to be. Whew! Gotta collect all this stuff. Even though you're family friendly, you still consider yourself at the hermit with the biggest adult audience. I don't know, because I don't know what other audiences the other hermits have. Well, we do know a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm family friendly, but that's like more of a label other people put on me. I'm just doing my thing, and some people think my thing is family friendly. So it is what it is, right? But yeah, you know, it would appear to my analytics that I have a generally older audience, sort of late teens, mid-20s kind of age range. Do you see that? The N went in the wrong word. Just typical. Just typical, my friends. And as you might suspect, we have come to the end of this stream, so be sure to hit the follow button, be sure to bookmark the Monday date. I'm looking for someone to raid, by the way. False is doing some Hermitcraft, so I'm going to send you over to False. Massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. Thank you to all the people hitting the follow button. And thank you to all of my patrons. I appreciate all your support. And I'll be seeing you again tomorrow with some Minecraft Dungeons, new DLC. But right now, if you want to continue the Hermitcraft adventure, False is streaming. So you can go check her out on Hermitcraft. Anyway, hit the raid button. That's it from me. Thanks, peeps. Bye-bye.